Welcome back to The Lead. Now it's time for the politics lead. One surefire way to get the 2016 rumor mill churning is to promise you're not running for president. At a news conference today, Massachusetts Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren did just that, saying, quote, "I pledge to serve out my term. I'm not running for president. I'm working as hard as I can to be the best possible senator I can be." Let's bring in our panel. Columnist for Bloomberg View, Margaret Carlson, CNN political commentator and Republican strategist Ana Navarro, and CNN chief political analyst Gloria Borger. Gloria, Senator Barack Obama once said he wasn't running for president. I seem to recall that he went back on Mr. Russert's show and said he was now thinking about it. He was, So these statements, even when they're Sherman-esque, are not Sherman-esque.
Yes, except she did use the word pledge, which is, and you know, she did sign this letter with the other women Democratic senators urging Hillary Clinton to run. That was one step. Today she used the word pledge, and I kind of think that's a hard thing to get out of. Now, should Hillary Clinton decide not to run and suddenly there's a large opening and people want a woman, and maybe she would go back on. But I think the word pledge is a tough word to go back on.
Margaret, if you remove Hillary Clinton from the equation, she's second, Elizabeth Warren, in the polls after Vice President Biden. So she's third in the polls. A lot of people out there have never heard of her. What's the appeal? Why do people like her?
Because she fights the banks. She said, listen, that financial meltdown, there was a culprit and they didn't pay. You paid, the little guy paid. And, you know, she had there were 100 pictures of her on the New Republic cover. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. And I think we knew that she was becoming famous, but, you know, not the ordinary person. But there is that element where she's the only one who's really made it her business to come and take on the banks.
And I have to say, again, we're talking about 2016, and we're not talking about Joe Biden. And this is a thing that I've just been noticing with pundits, with Democrats, for years.
I'm happy to talk about Joe Biden.
But no, I'm not faulting.
Listen, at least this
we picked
week,
the topic, right?
At least this week we saw him. We haven't seen him be active on Syria. We haven't seen him be active on Iran.
He's out there doing stuff. He's in China right now.
And every time we see him, he sticks his foot in his mouth. So there's a reason why they don't want him to.
I honestly believe Biden would be a very serious contender if Hillary Clinton decides not to run. And I think we'd be talking about him a lot more in that instance. I think it's hard for a vice president. And
everything here's some polling. Clinton 63, Biden 12. Warren 7, Cuomo 5, O'Malley 2. That is a huge drop-off to the incumbent vice president, 63 to 12. And let's talk about the sound of Joe Biden, what he said in Japan. Headlines are mostly about this comment he made to some Japanese women, even though there's this much more serious issue going on with the Chinese airspace. This is what the vice president said to some women in Japan who were at their job.
Do your husbands like you working full-time?
It's like you working full-time, is what he said. Now, a lot of Republicans say if a Republican said that, the GOP war on women would be out there again. Fair call?
Well, first of all, that part is true. But look, it's Joe Biden. We've all gotten accustomed to this. We just had Thanksgiving. It's like having your crazy Uncle Joe at the Thanksgiving table that says some things that sometimes make you chuckle, sometimes make you cringe. Sometimes they're right on, sometimes they're very off. And I think it's Joe Biden being Joe Biden.
Crazy Uncle Joe is not a good bumper sticker.
No. But you know, we're used to him. We know that this is Joe Biden being Joe Biden.
Hasn't Governor Christie broadened the range of things you can say and get away with? Joe Biden has never said anything really mean that I recall. He just blunders. He blurts things out. You know, Obama had the experience where Joe decided that his policy on gay marriage was going to change, and it did.
I think, like Christie, they're both very genuine.
They're genuine
in two different ways.
And we'll like that. And we will start talking about him more and more seriously if Hillary gets out.
So can I just say, he just spent 5.5 hours with the president of China.
Right.
Now, I don't know who was doing most of the talking during that meeting, but that's important. That's important. 5.5 hour meeting, a dinner. You know, this is, this is where Joe Biden's experience on the Foreign Relations Committee, former chairman, comes in. He has a personal relationship with this guy. So, yes, he does say something like that. And by the way, we're always complaining that our politicians are not candid. Oh, they're just so canned and they're this. So you get some guy who is not candid, and then we complain about his candor.
Speaking
we're
of-
not
By the way,
complaining about it. We're just
we
making
are
it
talking
right.
about, we are only
We wanna have
talking
it both
about
ways.
the blunder. We are not talking
Right.
about what might have occurred in those
Right.
meetings.
No, I agree.
Meetings,
I haven't
and
seen the
there's-
readout. yet.
Well, we did.
Yeah.
We did cover it with John Huntsman
You
earlier,
did.
and we'll cover
You
it
did.
later
You
more
did.
with John Huntsman. But I take your point, and
Yeah.
that's also kind of my argument is that he is a serious guy, but these gaffes get in the way. But while we're
He's also
talking,
been around for a long time.
while we're talking about candor, let's talk about Bill Clinton and comments he made, updating comments he made a few decades ago. He said this about experimenting while a student in England decades ago.
I experimented with marijuana a time or two, and I didn't like it, and didn't inhale.
Okay, so yesterday the former president tried again to clarify the comment 20 years later when asked by, I believe, Jorge Ramos.
I didn't deny that I
You-
did anything.
that you
Absolutely.
inhale, yeah.
I never denied that I used marijuana. I told the truth. I thought it was funny.
So this one doobie, or whatever it is, has been haunting the president, former President Clinton, for more than 4 decades now. Marijuana is now legal in states in this country. Should the media just let this go?
Absolutely. Listen, by the time 2016 rolls around, we're all going to be, claiming to have inhaled or not inhaled. It's going to be legal everywhere. So
We'll all be
it's-
high for that election,
Right,
so we're not going to care.
It's not a big deal anymore. We've got more important things to talk about.
No, we've had at
I'm
least one
surprised
president
he
who's
was
done
at all-
cocaine, if not more.
Yeah, I'm surprised he was at all defensive about it. Like, let it go.
One last thing, as I do want to bring in this sound from Vice President Cheney, who was asked about this feud, this highly publicized feud between his daughters, Liz and Mary.
We, were surprised when there was an attack launched against Liz on Facebook. It's always been dealt with within the context of the family, and frankly, that's our preference.
Does he sound like the Godfather? We've always dealt with this in the family.
Family. You never go outside the family.
No, don't
not
take it
personal,
out.
it's just
Don't
business.
take it outside the family. This is clearly embarrassing for him. And by the way, he's to the left of Liz Cheney on
but
gay
he's
marriage,
so on
right?
the side of Liz and against Mary. It wasn't. I mean,
That's weird.
the attacks
He
were
supports Mary on the issue, but he's supporting
Supports
Liz's.
Liz.
on the Senate race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gotta be difficult.
Politics
It'd be nice for
is
him
the
to get
business
another Cheney
we've
in
chosen.
government.
Exactly. Nice. Another Godfather reference. I appreciate